भगवते वासुदेवाय देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यास ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining and encouraging us. So we continue with our study of Shrimad Bhagavatam, and again specifically Canto 4, Dhruva Maharaj's Pastime, chapter 12, and chapter 12, chapter entitled Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Yeah, we can read maybe from text 19 or 20. Yeah, we can check maybe from 19 or 27. See, in life, doesn't matter practicing Krishna consciousness or not practicing Krishna consciousness. Doesn't matter practicing Krishna consciousness or not yet found his resolve in Krishna consciousness. Overall in life, there's these elements which is everyone's life is covered by these elements. What? Philosophy, culture and etiquette. Now one need not be practicing Krishna consciousness also, fine. But still everyone has some life philosophy, some philosophy in life. Could be theist, atheist as well, but still some philosophy. Yeah, atheist as well, but still there is some philosophy in life. Then culture. Everyone is actually following some culture and etiquette. And what we are going to read from now on, further on in this pastime, Dhruva Maharaj is returning to Godhead. The philosophy, the culture, etiquette, everything will be very coming out even more profound and coming out a bit more explicitly. Throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna consciousness, we see the ground, the foundation based on philosophy. And then there is this culture and etiquette element as well. In our personal practice of Krishna consciousness, especially in our living with devotees, dealing with devotees, uh, it's a good, it's a very, very good thing. A devotee, he should be proactive. He should be proactive in his service. Sadhaka is one now who is observant. Sadhaka and casual doesn't go well together. Casual sadhaka will reach nowhere. Just like a rocking chair, we say, now what? Rocking chair, one can move back and forth so strongly in that rocking chair, but where does he reach? Nowhere. Nowhere. So casual sadhaka, casual or sloppy Krishna consciousness, or just easy Krishna consciousness, or I have done enough, this is the best I can do, there's no more, and what more, how more. All this, so we should never be casual in our practice. Like we should never take casual association, and we should never give also casual association. We should never take any loose, casual, or association which is actually not inspiring us, and we shouldn't give any association from our side as well which is not encouraging or inspiring to ourselves to begin with and to others. So we will see this philosophy, culture and etiquette throughout binding in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Now the culture of living with devotees, na? And devotees coming from different backgrounds here, sure, and we all have our own fair, strong, full, proper quota of conditioning or level of conditioning we all are carrying, coming from different cultural backgrounds, but doesn't so much matter coming from whatever European or Asian or whatever cultural background. Still, when we start practicing Krishna consciousness, Soon enough, we should realize Krishna is the center of our life, and this Vedic culture, Vedic literature, this Srimad Bhagavad culture will come about. And then the etiquette of living with devotees. How do we live and serve, and how do we spend time with devotees? How do we associate? Uh, there has to come about a holistic change in our outlook, in our thought process altogether, in our contemplation altogether. And the basis of all it is philosophy. So when we started off, we were trying to understand this question, right? That what could have been done by Dhruva Maharaj himself, by Suniti Suruchi, uh, King Uttanpad. In a way, what could have been done that Dhruva Maharaj did not experience anger. Dhruva Maharaj did not, in fact, have to take this desire and go to the forest to practice such severe austerity. We'll try to address that as well. Now we are coming in a way towards the close. This is the last chapter in this pastime which we will be studying. Uh, and we shall from now on see a bit more the philosophy, culture, and etiquette aspect of it. And we'll try to furthermore, well, we cannot summarize as such in a way that, okay, the summary is itself very evolving. Each and every pastime, the summary of each and every pastime in itself evolves a lot. But something for our daily practice of Krishna consciousness to build up a vision, to build up an inspiration. And by the way, Karthike's, Nikhil's questions were very nice yesterday, especially your question, Karthike. I really liked it. And something where this is where our meditation should be. Again, on those lines, a sadhaka who is not so contemplative, meditative, who is not protecting his association. If one can protect his association, then one can protect time, desires, and many all other things center around it. Uh, and this is what we should be. Now, it need not as such be that everyone has to be very. We don't want to be a philosopher. No, we don't practice Krishna consciousness to be a philosopher or deep thinker. No, none of that. We don't want to be a wise person, philosopher, deep thinker. We want to be a simple, pure, loving devotee of Krishna. As much as glorification, as much as appreciation, admiration, we can bring about for the divine couple. We can bring about for acharyas, for Gurudev. That has to come about. Um, and purity is the thing. Uh, Real purification is again in glorification of Vaishnavas. And in society, Krishna consciousness, not so Krishna consciousness, I don't think so. People glorify each other a lot. And society level. And even if someone glorifies someone, there is generally it is observed, there is some agenda behind it. But one thing is to be pure from lust, anger, greed, pride, vanity, and all. Another is to be pure to glorify the Vaishnavas. And we should never shy away in glorifying Vaishnavas and especially spiritual master. And we should always rather look for an opportunity to genuinely glorify Vaishnavas and spiritual master. So, this Srimad Bhagavatam Prem Bhakti Prasut. Prasut meaning the origin, the source which gives birth to in a way same. So Srimad Bhagavatam for us is giving birth to Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem, Prem Bhakti Prasut. Prem Bhakti Udgar, Udgar meaning expression of love, Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti Updesh, instructions, so much valuable teachings, learnings, instructions for us to advance in Krishna consciousness. So, this Prem Bhakti Prasut, Prem Bhakti Udgar Updesh, pray that one day, very soon by your blessings, I become the first listener of the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. One day, not just in words, but I really embody, say, humility. By the blessings of Vaishnavas, by the blessings of Guru Maharaj, by the blessings of acharyas and all, that pray that one day we become a pure devotee of Krishna in this life itself, soon in this life. So, with this desire, hope, yearning, call, somewhat cry, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, and let us see from text 20. Tatra nau deva प्रवरौ चतुर्भुजौ Kshamau Kishorava Arunam Bhujekshano Sitava Avastabhya Gadam Suvasavso Kirita Harangada Charukundalo. Translation: Dhruva Maharaj saw two very beautiful associates of Lord Vishnu in the plain. They had 4 hands and a blackish bodily luster. They were very youthful, and their eyes were just like reddish lotus flowers. They held clubs in their hands, and they were dressed in very attractive garments with helmets, and were de- decorated with necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. I will read text 19 as well. As soon as the symptoms of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky, as if the brilliant moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. Let us read a few translations. 21 says, Dhruva Maharaj, seeing that these uncommon personalities were direct servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, immediately stood up. But being puzzled in hastiness, he forgot how to receive them in the proper way. Therefore, he simply offered obeisances with folded hands and chanted and glorified the holy names of the Lord. So Dhruva Maharaj is in Badrik Ashram and he is performing austerities there again, and he is channelizing all his thoughts, energy, focus, all his focus, attention unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, unto the lotus feet. Now see, Dhruva Maharaj was Narayan's Upasak, Lord Narayan's Upasak. And to say that he was channelizing all his attention into the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna is fine. In the sense, uh, who is Krishna? Krishna is Vishesh Narayan. Krishna is special Narayan. Krishna is special Vishnu Murti. Krishna is Vishesh Lord Ram. Krishna is special, Vishesh, unique say Lord Ram Murti. Krishna is a Vishesh Vara, Vaman, even Vishesh Balram special. So, yeah, some things we know, some things are missing in Lord Narayan himself or any other Vishnu Murti for that matter. What? Krishna is the only original supreme controller, supreme personality of Godhead, and the independent personality, the source of everyone, including Lord Balram, who is his first expansion. So Krishna is the original Narayan, the Adi Narayan, the Mool Narayan. And we see like Krishna possesses, Lord Narayan possesses 60 qualities, and Krishna possesses 4 additional qualities than Lord Narayan, which are, yes, one is Lord Narayan, we don't hear or see pastimes. Krishna performs pastimes. Leela Madhurya. And Leela Madhurya, Ras Madhurya, yeah, Venu Madhurya. We don't see Narayan playing or any other Vishnu Murti playing flute. Krishna plays flute. And certainly, Rup Madhurya is the most attractive. Rup Madhurya, it comes, say, Leela Madhurya, Rup Madhurya, Venu Madhurya, and what else? Leela Madhurya, Venu Madhurya. Hmm? Krishna performs pastimes, and what sort of pastimes? Very kamniya pastimes. Kamniya meaning extraordinarily sweet, extraordinarily captivating, hmm, extraordinarily agitating, extraordinarily agitating, something extraordinarily difficult to resist, difficult to handle. That sort of pastimes. Yeah. Bhakta Madhurya. Na? So, this Roop Madhurya is beauty, Venu Madhurya is playing flute, uh, then his associates, Lila Madhurya. So, Lord Narayan doesn't possess these four, Krishna possesses. Yes, Karthika.
If we see the expansion of Vishnu Murti in the form of Lord Ram, never seen Lord Ram playing flute, but he also had rest of the three qualities. Bhakta Madhuri, the most attractive, and the also,
It's a different. Okay, I'll let you
yeah,
complete.
like I was reading an article which was like took out like taken out of the speech from Srila Prabhupada. He was saying there is not 1% like there is no difference between any of them Vishnu Murtis. They are all the same.
Yeah, they are all personalities of Godhead, na? But Krishna is the original source. Krishna is the original Ramurti. Krishna is the original Vara, Vaman, Vishnu, Narsinga, Murti, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, and all. Mm, So, uh, that ways. And yeah, there is no difference. There is no difference between this Vishnu Murti, but Krishna is special, Krishna is Vishesh. And these are the four. Now, in Lord Ram, na, we don't see Lord Ram playing flute. And his dealings with his devotees, yes, they all are sweet with his devotees, with Hanuman and others, everyone. That is sweet, but the level of sweetness here is different in relation to, even in that sweetness, Lord Ram, there is some Maryada. Na? And Lord Ram's dealings, there is some Maryada, there is some boundaries, and there is some regulative rules, regulations oriented on those lines. Yes, Nikhil?
Hare Krishna Guru. So I just want to add, is it like that's why Lord Sri Ram is called Maryada Purushottam and Krishna is called Purna Purushottam Bhagwan? So it's like Purna means complete.
Yeah, Lord Ram Maryada Purushottam, na? Because Lord Ram desired to experience this rasa of being in Maryada. That is also a rasa, a joy, a melona. How does it feel like to be in particular, like following rules, regulation, observing vows, and maintaining complete vows and all? So, how does it feel to be living in a boundary? So, Lord Ram, ideal king, ideal person, ideal character, in the world likes. Generally, we'll find what? Generally, we'll find throughout, like say, the Vedic culture, say, or like if I may say India, there are many followers of Lord Ram, and they won't have object or problem with Lord Ram. No, huh? But with Krishna, they will have everyone. Krishna is a bit hard pill to digest. Na? He can be a bit hard pill to digest, but so what? So we, who cares? Who cares? That's such. So Lord Ram, he's experiencing this. He wants to experience this rasa of being in Maryada. What does it feel like to be in following rules and regulations and all? Now, yeah, see, we should never take Shrimad Bhagavatam or this tattvic understanding of Krishna, absolute truth-oriented understanding of Krishna, as a matter of some entertainment or bringing about some joke. In the sense, I can easily say now what? Oh, Lord Ram, Maryada Purushottam, but then like a bit fed up and all, and Krishna breaking all Maryada. So it may sound a bit good, nicely entertaining and all this, na? But somewhere we need to understand our adhikar, how far our adhikar goes. And it is all to maintain at least some level of sanity, purity, say, and it is not to make it any cheap. It is observed in India, Srimad Bhagavatam, many times it is observed that it has made quite cheap, as in just into the pastimes of Krishna and making more entertainment oriented. What good is it when you are not able to make your listeners pure devotee of Krishna or have this desire to become a pure devotee of Krishna? This is what Prabhupada did, na? He fueled this Krishna consciousness in each of his devotees and all to make them everyone practice and become a pure devotee of Krishna. This is what we should be aspiring. Does this somewhat answer? Krishna is Poon Purushottam. He's the only one who is Poon in everything and beyond. Poon Purushottam, Leela Purushottam, and Mahaprabhu is Prem Purushottam. Okay. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपाम्बुदीर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Like Srimad Bhagavatam should never be taken for manoranjan. Manoranjan means what? Entertainment. Ranjan means that gives joy, na? Something manoranjan that we gives good entertainment to the mind. So Srimad Bhagavatam is never for entertainment. But what it should do, studying pastimes, it should do give us what? Manobhanjan. What does bhanjan mean? Manobhanjan. On those lines, some things which brings a revolution in our consciousness. It should bring a revolution in our consciousness altogether, in our thought process, in our lifestyle, in wholesomeness, complete revolution. So it is not for manoranjan, not for cheap loose entertainment. It is for pure proper manobhanjan. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam should do. And when what we need some desire to study Srimad Bhagavatam. It's just that desire is needed. What is stopping us from attaining Krishna? Just desire. The day we desire, then Krishna is available. Why is Krishna any far off? He isn't at all far off. Just we need to build up in our desire. And all these pastimes and everything is there to help us build up this desire. When we get a bit transcendentally awakened, say, one sadhaka should realize everything is there. It's just I need to put myself in that consciousness, in that humble consciousness, and I'll find everything there. So it's just desire. What is stopping me is just this desire. One thing is, like, I'm sure of, a sadhaka, if he can realize that one thing is I'm sure of, I don't want to attain Krishna. Shishikorantai Mayapur Sashi ki. Sounds so ironical, na? We are practicing Krishna consciousness, but one thing I'm sure of, that I do not want to attain Krishna. Because if I really want to attain Krishna, then there is no force in this world which can stop us from attaining Krishna. In this very lifetime itself, there is no force. Provided we grow in our desire. Now, how do we grow in desire? There are many ways, japa and everything is there, going to dham, seva and all. but the most powerful is by associating with a pure devotee of Krishna. Now, Dhruva Maharaj desired a kingdom way bigger than Lord Brahma. Hmm? He, of course, had a material desire, but yet Krishna sanctioned it. Hmm? Various reasons, but the most dominant is what? Dhruva Maharaj as a spiritual master. He accepted a spiritual master. Ah, he had faith in his spiritual master. And with that faith, he was practicing Krishna consciousness. So he had faith in his spiritual master. With that faith, he was practicing Krishna consciousness. Ah, so with that faith, practicing Krishna consciousness, all that desire Krishna fulfilled of Dhruva Maharaj, purified completely. So all we are lacking is in our desire. And that desire, the only way to fulfill our desire is what? Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Akya. Arna Koriho Mane Asha. Guru Mukhe Padma Vakya na. Padma lotus. The lotus words, the words emanating from the lotus mouth of our spiritual master. Chitete Koriya Akya. Hold it very dearly, close to our heart. Arna Koriho Mane Asha. श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसाद है पूरे सर्वाशा. So attachment to the lotus feet of the spiritual master is the perfection of all life, is the perfection of life. It will fulfill all our desires in one shot, in one shot. So this is why, this is the main thing. Dhruva Maharaj has a recommendation letter. So in societal sense, we know it really does not matter what one knows. What one knows, okay, there is limitation also. And what one knows doesn't matter. What matters is who you know. Who you know, that matters the most. So Dhruva Maharaj knew his spiritual master. He had faith in his spiritual master. And knowing, again, knowing is a funny little thing. Knowing can be a funny little thing. No? Knowing doesn't mean that, okay, I know his name, address, WhatsApp number or this and that. Knowing means how much do we know someone by heart. That is real knowing. Real connection can be connection of heart only, with heart. Real connection is connection out of love. Otherwise it will be a level of superficial connection, not real. So for that reason, Krishna fulfilled the desire of Dhruva Maharaj. And this Dhruva Maharaj, seeing that these uncommon personalities were direct servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, immediately stood up, but being puzzled in hastiness, he forgot how to receive them in the proper way. These are some natural emotion. See, what is natural cannot be forced upon. Although we are not naturally humble, but we must force ourselves to become humble. That much we must do. We must force ourselves. But many things in life we cannot force upon. What comes natural is to come natural. And naturally when we become humble, naturally when we desire to attain Krishna, one day we all will attain Krishna. Yes, why not? One day. Hopefully this life itself. And when this comes about, having darshan of Krishna, Krishna's devotees and all, we won't be sure how to receive them in the proper way. Like we hear now, many of Prabhupada's disciples, when they went to his room, they were unsure, oh, should I pay dandavat, should I sit here, should I sit there, what to do, what to speak, how to make way and all sort of thing. It's a bit of a natural emotion. We don't know. Sometimes in societal sense, we see, although there is no comparison, what boy and girl liking each other, say, then boy gets a bit confused of what to say, what not to say and all, a bit of this panicky. It is also sometimes all like going for a match and all, some sports and games, so different area, how to react, how to handle, and sort of things. So here Dhruva Maharaj experiencing some like a dilemma in a way, that how to receive them, how to treat them properly. But you know, the best, whenever in doubt, what should one do? Chant Hare Krishna. Hmm? Like, oh Prabhu, I don't know the mantra for putting tilak on. I don't know 12 body marks we put, and what all mantra for each mark, or this mantra, that mantra, and all. Whenever in doubt, just chant Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. And we shouldn't be going to, what is it said, to gung ho or hung ho or something. Okay, we shouldn't be going too full on. Or should I chant this mantra? Should I chant that mantra and all? In Kali Yuga, the mantra given to us by Mahaprabhu is the Maha Mantra. Na? That is good enough. We chant Maha Mantra. Those who are Brahmana initiated do their Gayatri mantra, Ucharan chanting and Maha Mantra. And not anything specific needed. Not anything particular needed. See, practicing Krishna consciousness, na, us sadhakas also should not become like this. What? We see throughout in India, what? Ganga gaye to Ganga Das, Yamuna gaye to Yamuna Das. Although not in devotee setting so much, but like say Hindu setting, definitely. Our Hindu friends, brothers and all, they what? They'll go one place and all, oh wow, so good, and sold out. Yes, he's my, like shocking, like, oh, he's my Guruji. Except Guruji even doesn't know that, okay, I've got a disciple. He's my Guruji and all. Every Ekadasi, some Guruji giving disciples, and they don't know each other. But yes, come, get your name registered. Where do you come from? All these details, and sit down, and we'll give you mantra and all. It happens. And or making Guru on Facebook or YouTube or sort of things. Ganga gaye Ganga Das, Yamuna gaye Yamuna Das. So we go one place, one ashram and all, oh so beautiful, we become sold out. And then another 2 weeks we go elsewhere, oh this is much better, or wow, we sold out here as well. See, why we will struggle when we try to attach ourselves simultaneously in two opposing elements. Very difficult, we cannot. So, when in doubt, we should chant Hare Krishna, it releases all doubt. There's no need to, like sometimes, again, it can happen, or perhaps is it observed for someone to check out. Those who are into deity worship, naturally they have good affination, inclination, desire, and all, and very good seva, transcendental seva, not good, transcendental seva, deity worship. But sometimes it is observed, na? Even could it be observed? Okay, could it be observed? One can check for himself or herself. What Brahman initiated, perhaps may as well be brahmachari, and what deities worship, as in collection of deities, making like a what, a market or super mall of deities. This deity, this deity. Prabhu, are you going to Vrindavan? Can you get me this deity? I have this deity missing with me. I would like this deity. Now I wonder, having so many, well, Narsinga Bhagwan is in a different mood, right? All the deities, they are in different mood and all. Krishna Balaram different mood, Gauranga different moods and all. So if we make a super mall of different deities and all, so first of all, can we look after, can we care? And even if say we look after, care and all, how much bhav are we getting absorbed into? How much bhav are we building? How much mood are we building into it? And I don't suppose, I don't know, I don't think so if that's the requirement, that having multiple deities and all this. It's building up a bhav, building up a mood. Beautiful name in Hindi, Krishna Consciousness International Society is what? Krishna Bhavna Mrit. Excellence is only in bhavna, in bhav. Development is of consciousness only. That is the only development. So development in this bhav, in this mood, that is what we want to achieve and attain. So chanting Hare Krishna, one can develop bhav. There's no need to chant any other mantras and all. Uh, even any other, like, okay, I'm chanting this mantra as well, that mantra as well. No. Just chant Hare Krishna. Those who do Gayatri should be doing their Gayatri and advancing in Krishna consciousness, as long as one is completely hung up or completely fixing oneself at the divine transcendental lotus feet of one spiritual master. But without fixing oneself at the divine transcendental lotus feet of one spiritual master, and one may chant whatever number of mantras. Purification will be there. Mantras bring a sense of purification. Na? Reading, hearing, going to dham brings a sense of purification. But attainment of that divine couple, Swarup Jagriti, yeah, this Swarup Jagriti is what is required. Na? This so, without fixing one's heart and soul at the transcendental divine lotus feet of one spiritual master, one cannot appreciate, understand, admire the mysticism, the charm in Krishna Katha. So, when in doubt, we should chant Hare Krishna. When in real emergency, chant Hare Krishna, or non-real emergency also one can chant Hare Krishna, or one should chant Hare Krishna. When in happiness, chant Hare Krishna. When in sadness, definitely chant Hare Krishna. Like just Karuna Bhavan Temple President Prabhupada Prana Prabhu, he was driving the Sankirtan minibus once, maybe early 90s, and group of devotees on this transcendental party. So suddenly they experience what? Some vehicle is coming from the opposite direction, and there's like they are seeing like a collision straight happening in front of their eyes. So what happens? The devotees, as Prabhupada Pran Prabhu was driving the van, and they all were chanting japa, doing japa. Prabhupada Pran Prabhu was driving, and rest everyone seated in that 13-seater or 18-seater van. Everyone doing japa. What? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And what happens? Oh, a collision coming, a vehicle coming right in front. And what happens then there? Oh my God! Oh, mommy! Huh? Oh, this! Huh? Someone might have sweared. I don't know. Possibly, might have sweared as well. Someone. Huh? And as soon as the collision like was prevented, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. That is us. Isn't it? So conditioned, na? So conditioned. Spontaneous bhakti means what? Natural bhakti. Natural. There has to be natural rag. And it is something, how much can you work for it? Na? You cannot. One cannot. Something is natural now. How much can you work? Effort is definitely required. But this raganuga bhakti doesn't come with effort. No. Effort finds its limitation. Effort finds its what? Peak, saturation. It doesn't come with effort. That doesn't mean we don't make efforts. We have to make double the efforts. But all this effort is what? To cry for the mercy of Krishna. That is the prayojan. That is the purpose. All the effort, whatever effort we are making, we should be making, is to attract that mercy of Krishna. Yes, Pip?
Hare Krishna. Can you maybe please explain what is Swarup and what is like Roop? And then what is Swarup Jagriti?
Sure. Jagriti means awakening. Not just awareness, awakening, a real awakening. And this awakening has to come about. Jagriti means awakening, or where our focus, where our contemplation, where our vision is. We could well be sitting, say, in Prasadam Hall, Madhu's Garden. We could well be in bus stop. We could well be in a work meeting, wherever. But where our mind, where our focus, where our consciousness is. That is the real Jagriti. So, in the sense, the face should belong to the world, but heart should belong to Krishna. Uh, this world duty bound, yes, Mr. World, I am with you. I'm not following you, rather, I'm with you, I'm together, I'm with you. Uh, but in fairness, in all completeness, we should be always meditating, thinking of the divine couple only. So that sort of Jagriti, that sort of awakening has to come about. Uh, this and Swarup, na Swarup one's identity, Nij owns identity, one's पहचान, one's identity, one's constitutional, fundamental, original position से. So Mahaprabhu says, na, Jivere Swarup hai Krishna Nitya Das. This is firmly understood. Uh, we don't have much of a problem with that. Coming into Krishna consciousness, yes, Krishna's Dasta. Although in practicality we may not be, by consciousness, we may not be situating ourselves there. But yes, servitorship, now even Madhurya Ras, Madhurya Bhav Upasna, Madhurya Bhav Seva, those who do of Krishna, they are also doing servitorship only. That is also Dasta only. Na? Uh, and Sakhya Bhav, Vatsalya Bhav, in whichever Bhav, this relationship with Krishna is with Bhav, na? Madhurya Bhav, Vatsalya Bhav, Sakhya Bhav, Datsya Bhav is with Bhav. Now yesterday, Gaurangi Gopi Devidasi, she was asking something, I'm not sure if she's online today. But look at the name, na? Beautiful name, what? Gaurangi Gopi, na? So, her Guru Maharaj has given her this name. Means a license has been given, a direct license has been given that go forward. Go forward and develop this Gopi Bhav, this mood. Hmm? And experience the beauty of the gopis, as in their loving surrender towards Krishna. See their fortune and glorify their fortune. Na? Why to shy away from that? Why should one shy away? No, we should never shy away. We should hold on to, take on to it with both hands, complete. So this Swarup, na, like Seva, Nitya Dasta, which is done in Sakhya Bhav, Santa Bhav, Dasya Bhav, Vatsalya Bhav, Madhurya Bhav. So Krishna shares this relationship with each of his devotees in these bhavs, in these rasas, in these mellows. Now, that is the Swarup Siddhasta. And then we are not ghost, na? We are not this body, which means what? Okay, then which body? We are a spiritual body. So in Madhurya Bhav Upasana, the body has to be there. In Sakhya Bhav Upasana, Dasya Bhav Upasana, Vatsalya Bhav Upasana, even in Shanta Rasa, the body has to be there. So then this meditation on the Roop. Now we say what? That Mamai Vamsa, Krishna says, no, Mamai Vamsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Mamai Vamsa, my Amsha, my expansion, Sanatana, since eternity. So if we, and Krishna is what? Satchid Ananda Vigraha. And this body is what? Niranand. This body is Ninarana, material body is Niranand. What joy does this make? So much pain this material body gives, be it a female body or a male body. Even, to become a Miss Universe, you have to experience pain. What? You have to take some injections. If one doesn't take injections, one cannot become Miss Universe. In the sense, you have to take injections and flatten your belly. Huh? Otherwise, how do you flatten that belly without taking injections? Huh? And if you have to become a Mr. Universe, again you need to take injection. Why? To bulk up the biceps. Otherwise, how do you bulk up? So this body in itself is Nirananda, and it needs either flattening or it needs bulking up so much. Huh? So then it is not Sashvat as well. It is temporary. It is not cognizant. It is what knowledge. So, but Brahmaji says, no, this Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So, Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha and we are his part and parcel. Why would we be any not Satchidananda Vigraha? No? We are also Satchidananda Vigraha, but it is to realize, it is to cherish, to realize, to admire our own beauty. And if we do not fall in love with our own beauty in relationship with Krishna, then be sure Maya, we have been trapped by Maya then. If we do not fall in love with our own in spiritual beauty in relationship with Krishna, then we are already in Maya. What is that? भूलिया कृष्ण भूलिया जीव भोगवांछा करे पासे निकटिया माया तारे झापटिया धोरे. So a living entity forgetting his relationship with Krishna wants to enjoy matter, and yes, Maya is there. Otherwise, the world, now there's so much to get our distraction. If I'm not attracted to my own beauty, and what is harm in it? Hmm? Now we become so in the name of this political correctness or social or mundane correctness, na? That no, don't think of your own beauty. This is no, this we should be admiring and thinking, na? Such beautiful name if given to someone, Gaurangi Gopi. Why should not one try to live that name? Make it worth, na? No. Huh? And Gaurangi Gopi doesn't mean that, okay, I am a Gopi. What do we aspire? Gopi Dasi, na? And how do we aspire to? Now, this Dasta of Gopis is so personal, it is so intimate. So, we need to come into that trust factor of those peek into their consciousness, if we can tap into their consciousness and admire their consciousness, admire the consciousness of Kunti Maharani, na? Admire the consciousness of Draupadi, then admire the consciousness of Gopis, Brajvasis, that bhav, Braj bhav, na? So what? Admiring the bhav of Brajvasis. So when we admire them, then they will pull us up. They will pull us up. Does this somewhat answer your question, Pep? And ours is not a parampara of jumping up, na? And one who is jumping over his spiritual master, he is ruining his case altogether. One who is sidelining, sidetracking, jumping over his spiritual master is completely one who is trying to jump over his spiritual master and go to Rupa Goswami. Go jump over his spiritual master and go to Srila Prabhupada, or is ruining his case altogether. Acharya Mam Vijaniyat. I believe it is 11, 17, 20 or something. Don't know where. 11th canto sure, maybe 20, 17, 20 or something, can check though. Acharya Mam Vijaniyat. Navamanyeta Karhichit. Na Martya Buddhya Asuyeta. Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. Beautiful, beautiful message. Acharya Mam Vijaniyat. If we can get it on the screen, it would be nice if someone can read the translation. 11, 17, 20 or something, or 11, 17, 27 or 27, 27. Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. Acharya Mam Vijaniyat Navamanyeta Karhichit. So, spiritual master is, na? He is the real Acharya, the real caretaker, the well-wisher, mother, father, everything, life and soul for a sadhaka should be. Navamanyeta karhichit. So we should never disobey. We should avilna. Avilna, what does avilna mean? To neglect the order, to disobey, to someone asks us to do something and we don't do that, we do something else. So that thing. So we should never disregard, disrespect, or not follow the desire. Instruction is what? Instruction is also the desire of the spiritual master. Na? So na manyeta karhichit. Na martya buddhya asuyeta. Martya buddhya, na? Having this martya buddhi. Martya buddhi means to see that my spiritual master is any iota less transcendental. Any iota less transcendental is like putting a martya buddhya on one spiritual master. Hmm? Na martya buddhya, not just to see that, okay, no, my spiritual master is not a material person. Not just that. Na martya buddhya asuyeta sarva deva mayo guru. Okay, so Karthike can read translation whenever.
Hare Krishna. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods.
There is no end to one's glorifications of one's spiritual master. Uh, there is no limit. There should be no limit. And also, there is no end or no limit to one's glorification of Vaishnavas. Hmm. We shouldn't again shy away from glorifying Vaishnavas. Although in that glorification there should not be exaggeration in the sense, in a way it is like people pleasing or something. Sometimes we may want to glorify someone, but it's like, okay, rather than glorifying, we are trying to put him down or something. And glorification also should never be like to attract attention. It should never be like that. Our life, chakki pisi ja rahi hai. How to say, Nivedita, you are scientist na? How to say chakki pisi ja rahi hai in English? Yeah, life is being grounded or grinded na? Between what? This seeking attention. Hmm? Tremendous thing among us to seek attention. Such a heavy, heavy disease we all are carrying. Seeking attention and what? Creating an impression. This is the sandwich, na? Two ends and something in between and become a sandwich, na? So we are being crushed by what? Seeking attention and wanting to create an impression. And this is all depression only. This is like heights of insanity. This is heights of it will lead to a sense of self pity actually, or self obsession, or depression, or this heights of ignorance. Yes, babe.
Hare Krishna. It can be that when we're wanting to, or desiring to, or just feeling inclined to glorify a devotee, that like maybe similarly to this verse here, where Dhruva Maharaj forgot how to receive them in a proper way in hastiness, it can be that we're tongue-tied and not sure how to say, what to say.
Which is fair enough, which is good, because that gentleness, that sincerity will be reflected, that humility will be seen. See, there's some things in life. If we are slightly awakened again, if we are slightly awakened, one thing is sure, we cannot cheat from ourselves. It's very hard to cheat from oneself. One thing is in ignorance, we don't know. So the world, outside world is living in ignorance and they are cheating themselves. But us practicing Krishna consciousness, we are not so much living in ignorance. We are living in cheating mentality. So on the point now that, okay, I may be glorifying or I may be struggling to glorify because I don't know how to put into words and all these things. But if I'm making any act, any show of pretendence, or any act, any show of sounding, wanting to sound good, wanting to look good, sounding good and all, and I may as well easily cheat the other person, temple president, whosoever, other devotee, whosoever for that matter. But if I reflect, self introspect, have I managed to cheat myself? That's a great start the day I stop cheating myself, Krishna will be very pleased. Wow. If I'm not cheating myself. And this is contemplation, this is self introspection. This is non sectarian, na Baba? There's no sect which can bind Krishna other than the sect of love. There's no other sect. There's no other sect. Otherwise, within religious institutions as well, does it not come about, oh, my way is the highway? We have the truth. We know the absolute truth. We can help you. Yes, Karthik, I know you are Karthik.
Hare Krishna. Sometimes when we are in the association of several devotees and we are all doing service, seva, sometimes we feel that other devotee is somewhat unfair to us in some way, but we still ignore that thought, and we still do the seva as we should have, and with in the best way possible. So is this like cheating ourselves, or is this?
Prabhupada used to say, when we go out distributing books or preaching programs and all, or we should act like a lion. Among the worldly people, we should be like a lion, very courageous, very fearless, taking full shelter of Krishna, very convinced and all. And in the company of devotees, we should be like a lamb. Like a lamb doesn't mean we walk with a hunchback. We sit last in the prasadam hall. No, that doesn't mean. Again we started what? Philosophy, culture, and etiquette. If one can manage to keep these three things clear in life, you will attain Krishna. Philosophy, culture, and etiquette. Everyone's life, doesn't matter atheist or theist, is all hovering centered around philosophy, culture, and etiquette. See your friends, your friends and all need not be practicing Krishna consciousness, but they have a philosophy of what? Not practicing Krishna consciousness. Hmm. The culture is not Krishna conscious culture, but there is a culture. There is some etiquette also, like Srila Radha Govind Maharaj. His kathas are so sublime. Na? Radha Govind Maharaj, Srila Radha Govind Maharaj tells in one of his Bhagavad Katha what? That, I believe Prabhupada also might have said this in one of his class, I believe. What? That once a group of thieves, rogues, hooligans, they went to commit thievery. Is thievery a correct English word? Okay. They went to commit thievery, and they committed the thievery what they wanted to commit, and they returned like far from the village, and they were sitting in an isolation in an open field, dark open field, say, which was safe for them. And what are they saying? Look, brother, we have looted the cash and jewelry. Now, honestly, we have to distribute in among ourselves. No cheating. Huh? We distribute it fairly. Huh? So it's like a thief. He's speaking of honesty, morality, and fairness. Na? So everyone follows some culture and etiquette. Point being. Now, when we practicing Krishna consciousness, especially if we are living in devotee community, and blessed are those souls who get an opportunity in life to live in temple, to serve directly in temple. Blessed are those souls. Shishi Khoranta Mayapur Sashi Ki Jai. Who managed to live in a temple community and serve actually. Such a blessing. It's such a rare thing. Na? In today's world, where do we get to live in a temple? And one can actually, uh, by the devotional service of Srila Prabhupada, one can live in central London, as filthy a place as central London, as ignorant a place as central London, but can engage in devotional service. And elsewhere, yeah, why not? So this Karthikeya, your question being, whatever a sadhaka, na, we have to become awakened. And whatever comes in our life, we have to see this as a mercy of Krishna. And all this is to help us grow. All this is to help us mature. Uh, if there is no we ever went into getting any degree, certification, and all where there is no test and exam, no. Before every sport, before going live and playing and all, every sport they have what practice match, is it not? So all this is training ground for us. Training ground for us to prepare ourselves to become humble. To become humble, we can in sadhaka's life say what should a sadhaka be more careful of, praise or insult, which is more dangerous?
Praise.
Praise is more dangerous, na? So you should thank yourself, Karthikeya. You should thank to Krishna. If at all you felt that someone was a bit rough with you, if at all, I'm
Not
not saying
me.
you, sorry, of course not you, yeah. One of your friend, right? Yeah, of course, yeah, sorry. Not you, of course. Why would you? Yeah. If one of your friend one day somewhere, na? So that friend of yours, you can pass on that message to your friend, right? Yeah. So that friend of yours should really thank Krishna. Hmm. It is these moments. It is this. See, attaining Krishna is a game of what? Few moments only, na? It's not a game of years and years and hours, na? We do 2 hour japa, but in that 2 hour japa, if one holy name we can call out, one holy name, that 2 hour is to prepare, to practice and all. Within that 2 hour, if one holy name once we can call out with complete intensity, complete absorption, complete desperation, love, care, emotion, meaning, as if I'm really meaning, as if I'm real. I'll tell you one thing. Have you seen Kartikeya or any one of us? Not sure in Europe, maybe in India or at least in movies they saw. Have you seen a hungry dog? What does a hungry dog do like? What is how do can we seeing we make out a dog is very hungry? No. Yeah. Yeah. His tongue will be out, saliva will be running out from his mouth, he will be agitating, so hungry, na? Food is not there yet. Food is not there, but he's so hungry. So hungry, just by his bodily composure, expression, and all, we can make out. And check for ourselves. This is again, I'm helping to help myself understand. Many times, I'm way more hungry than that dog when it comes to receiving praise. When it comes to getting some attention or wanting to create some attention. Hmm. Like even in a WhatsApp group, even in a WhatsApp message, solo WhatsApp message or a WhatsApp group or Facebook, I'm sorry, I don't know Telegram. Huh? I do apologize. I don't know Instagram or Telegram. Sorry, I'm not that say advanced or at par. But wherever this na, we can check for ourselves. A dog hungry, we can see when he's so hungry, he's desperate. We can see the tongue coming out, his eyes swelling on, and when he sees the bone, wow, unstoppable. Dog will lash into it, unstoppable, like a lightning. Hmm. Likewise, am I sometimes craving for name, craving for fame? And all this will come to our realization, you know, when we start chanting Hare Krishna. Before chanting Hare Krishna, we feel like, oh, I'm a sadhu. Huh? Before chanting Hare Krishna, what is this lust, greed, anger, envy? I don't understand. They say all of this. Who? I'm not lusty. I'm not greedy. I'm doing my normal 9 to 5 job, everything. I pay taxes. And thoda itna to chalta hai na baba. This much is okay. Everyone is lusty this much. I know my friends. They are also lusty. I know what they get into. I know what's, where they go, what they. So I know my friends. I know Yeah, my uncle, family members, they also a bit greedy. So itna to chalta hai. We are humans after humans are social animals and all that. Huh? But when we start practicing Krishna consciousness, oh my God, what am I carrying with me? Look how much like just for name, fame. So this sort of thing. No? So this attaining Krishna is not like a hard labor. It's just it's not definitely becoming pure devotee of Krishna is not like a hard labor. Oh, kamar toot gaya, I've broken my back, sort of. No, it's just sweet labor, just little bit bhav. Huh? All that 2 hour Krishna, 2 hour japa and all, so that one name. Now look at our pity situation. Look at our horrible condition. We are given a task. Huh? 2 hours. Sometimes we might have chanted more than 2 hours continuously. Sometimes we might have chanted close to 8 hours continuously. But how much rag anurag did we manage to develop? So how can I afford to do any panchayati or poke into anyone else's life or anything? No, no. A sadhaka, he has to be introspective. This is why preaching is always for oneself. Preaching is never as such for others. Hmm. That doesn't mean okay, spiritual master is also that definitely doesn't mean spiritual master is also preaching himself only, or this Vaishnava is preaching temple president, temple commander, or uh, is preaching to himself. No, they all are preaching to us only. But for us, it is an individual for us. Now we have to make up our mood, our mindset, our consciousness level. So someone who like this is a question for you, more for you, Karthike, and for everyone, for all of us. Dhruva Maharaj also felt insulted na, when King Utanpad was not taking in his lap. Huh? So when we feel insulted, what should be our response?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna is also very undescriptive. That Hare Krishna could be Hare Krishna. It could be a bit of that sort of. Yes, Guru Bhakti.
What should be our mood?
Yeah,
Or what should be our reaction?
What should be our mood? What should be our reaction when we feel offended? Actually, no one can offend us. No one can offend us. We are soul proper, Baba. Ah, we are Krishna's part and parcel. Can we ever, if we are actually situated in our original? When there's some of our Hindu friends, Hindu brothers and all. Sometimes I see in WhatsApp messages, look, learn from Krishna. He was born in a jail, but he did not. And now again, with the Janmashtami coming, check out this particular WhatsApp message might come, and I find it sadly funny, or I agony funny, no, angrily funny. Sometimes those who are parents, they might experience when their child he tries to look smart, a bit X smart, or in some family gathering function and all, as if he knows and as if he's wow, what. But like angrily funny, maybe mother may feel or father may feel when father is trying to train his son to take over business, and son is like as if I know, and the father may feel angrily funny. So check this out. If this what Krishna, he was born in a jail. Hmm? What else? He was born in the midnight. When he was born, there was no one to receive or no one to bell the plate and all those things. When he was born, he was taken away straight away from his mother and father. Then, when he was raised, then he was further taken away from his raised parents. Then he was taken away from these gopis. So much of uh, injustification. That's the word, right? So much of injustification, so much of austerity, atrocity, so much of unfairness. Yes, so much of unfairness Krishna had to go through in his life, but he did not complain. He never complained. Unlike Karna, huh? Some WhatsApp messages where this comparison comes about. Unlike Karna, who complained when treated unfairly and all. But Krishna never complained. So Krishna is teaching us that do not worry if this world is not appreciating you. Do not worry if the world is not recognizing your talent. Still, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Look, in spite of being mistreated. So Krishna is telling us this world is like this. They don't know your value. They will mistreat you. Blah 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 blah. All so emotional, so sentimental, so bodily platform. Nothing tattvic, nothing siddhantic. And this is why we may receive such hundreds of WhatsApp messages. We may go to Bhagavad Katha in India. What like you just need money to create Bhagavad Katha. Of course, some desire, some faith also. But that faith is not properly uh, given a good culture of intelligence. So what if you have some money in your bank account? Hire a tent person. The tent person will make up the pandal, get some greeting cards and all, good design, and get a Bhagavad speaker book. Of course, the speaker doesn't charge money, of course, but out of good gesture, you give him money for travel, you give him money for accommodation, you give him money for ashram and those sort of things and all. And the speaker does his Bhagavad Katha. Now I wonder that Bhagavad Kathakar, that Mr. Bhagavad Kathakar, does he know the family members who are organizing the Katha? Yes. He knows who's who, husband, wife, children, grandparents, grandsons. What more does he know? Who studies where, what is their life, how is their Krishna consciousness happening? Neighbor, businessmen and all? No. If at all, maybe making some more contacts within those contacts, from those contacts. And what happens? Oh, what Bhagavad Katha we are doing this time? Krishna Rukmani Viva. Or Sudama Charitra. Very popular Sudama Charitra. Are Dwar Palo. Very popular. It gets so emotional. Yeah, when will you sing that song? Day 4 we'll sing Sudama's song. This. Or Krishna Rukmani Viva. Or some other this pastime get hooked up. What happens na? Those audience in the audience, they will come eating betel nut or some tobacco intoxicant, or they may not take it then. And after the katha is done, where the next thing they will go is to a pan shop, a betel nut shop, and what chew some pan masala, some intoxicants on sort of. So point being again, the speaker is not able to. What sort of speaker is that who cannot penetrate to the heart of the audience? No. That Krishna Kasna has to be penetrated to the heart of the audience altogether. So on this offend and insult, for the soul proper there is no offense, for the soul proper is no insult. But like people make this out of their ignorance that Krishna did not take any offend and all. Of course, Krishna, like for the sun, if we spit on the sun, what is going to happen? The same spit is going to come and drop in our say beautiful face only. It won't access any sun. That mud is going to drop. So this is why this insulting, offending, this is not the nature and culture of a sadhaka. It shouldn't be. But anyways, I let you complete. What were you saying, Guru Bhakti?
I was thinking if somebody offends us, we should be, well, ideally, we should think, oh, Krishna, thank you for helping me see my mistakes. Thank you for helping me see where I can actually there is room for improvement in my mood, behavior, attitude.
Yeah,
Like that.
I think Radhika wants to add something to it. She's saying her. So definitely. So when someone insults, if we can take it as the mercy of Krishna. Praise, okay, we get carried away in insult also. We get carried away. We may counteract, we may counter reply. But when praise, it's very difficult to handle praise. We get easily carried away in praise also. So if someone insults us, like Dhruva Maharaj felt insulted, so one of the response, and actually again, what is the ideal response should one day become the natural response for us. what is ideal, shall we not make it our ideal then? No? Yeah. So we try to make it our ideal. So our response be, yes, thank you, dear Prabhu, for reminding me. Hmm? Thank you for reminding me. And you know only half of the truth. I know more, but thank you for reminding me. Yes, babe.
Hare Krishna. We hear Prabhu like we should be able to tolerate any insult given towards us, but when it comes to another Vaishnav who's been insulted, then we shouldn't tolerate this whatsoever. So my question is, what if it may happen that like there's insults between Vaishnavas happening, there's arguments between Vaishnavas, so how come we
Yeah,
how do
this
we
is
take
very
that?
tricky, very sensitive, very, very sensitive. Our dealings with Vaishnavas very tricky, very sensitive. Na? Dealings with God brothers has to be of a different level. And all of these dealings and all, there should not be room for critical thinking much or criticism in the sense uh, this nectar of instruction we see na Rupa Goswami instructing us what whose heart is free from this fault finding, very elevated. That doesn't mean that when we are seeing fault, we close our eyes or we do not tell the Prabhu that, okay, there's scope for improvement and correction. But within our heart, we should not be holding grudge or animosity or this, that I am better. This is a horrible, horrible thought for a sadhaka to have. If one is trying to convince himself I'm better than him, then he is losing the plot altogether. So something, and it is very sensitive. Yes, this is why we need more culture. We need more training. We need thorough, complete guidance throughout, regular guidance, culture training. And if one can understand the philosophy, culture, and etiquette, then it sums it up. And the basis of culture, the foundation, the basis of culture, the basis of etiquette is what? Philosophy. If we are not philosophically fine, we may carry good culture. We see now many of our gentlemen, they come into the temple, they do very nice kirtan and all. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Such sober, pious gentlemen, some very cultured, very good etiquette. But philosophically, somewhere weak, na? Philosophically, somewhere not so fine. So this is why Krishna, see na Bhagavad Gita, numerous places Krishna says, Veti mam tattvata, janma kanma chame divyam, evam yuveti tat tattvata, tyaktva deham punarjanma, na 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 na. Haribol. So this knowing again is a funny little thing. Na? When we know someone, we want to know someone by heart, know someone in truth. So in societal sense, if I know anyone by heart, na, in societal sense, if I know anyone by truth, if I really know the person, I would run away from that person. Or if in societal sense, anyone who knows me actually, anyone who really knows me, anyone who really knows me by heart, will be running miles and miles away from me. But in Krishna consciousness, Krishna says, na, so many places he says, na, know me, know me, know me. Now, if I try to tell a company, look, know me and hire me, this is how, na, a boy tells a girl, know me and hire me. I mean, take me, hire me, sort of. Or na, if I tell to company, know me and hire me, university, school, college, know me, I am this. But if they really know me, will run away millions and millions of miles away, say. And when we know Krishna, when we know Vaishnavas, when we know Guru Maharaj, we want to sit under the lotus feet all together. Just on this insult thing, so what is the difference? There are various angles to see this, but something to help us build our vision. What is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. The difference between ordinary and what do you say, Radhika? What is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary?
We are ordinary, Krishna is extraordinary.
Okay, we both can be extraordinary. Krishna and his devotees, they all are extraordinary. Yes, Nikhil. Perception and all, not as such perception, something ordinary, extraordinary. See, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just the extra bit. Is the extra bit. So, Karthike, not to you, sorry. Someone insulted your friend, not you. Okay, sure. So, someone feeling, say, insulted, na? Now, if one can handle, digest that, a bit of that extra pain, look what he will achieve in eyes of Mahaprabhu. Yeah? What he will achieve in the eyes of Mahaprabhu. One who can resist, one who can tolerate that extra. We get angry, and our, I don't know how to put it in English, our window of getting angry. Na? Some people get angry like 2 minutes they can control and all. Some 2 seconds and fired up altogether. So now this is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Na? Hmm? Otherwise, oh, extraordinary personality. But you poke him slightly, and in 2 minutes, he becomes ordinary. Or 2 seconds, one become ordinary. So that extra gap. Now, if in that extra gap, if I can resist, if I can be tolerant, if I can remember Mahaprabhu, then wow, one would be tremendous Krishna conscious. Yeah. So this 2 hour japa, of course, we want our 2 hour japa, more than 2 hours japa, Kirtanya Sadahari, to be always in that consciousness. But it's just finding that spot, finding that spot, huh? Calling out holy name as if really meaning it. Huh? And when we become this greedy and beggars of mercy, we can see a greedy person. This is a question, not to you, Karthik, for all of us. This is a question. Can a greedy person handle insult? A person is greedy. Say his greed is for getting a £1 million lottery ticket. Okay? And what is that shop? Betfred? Anyways, he wants to get a £1 million lottery ticket and he goes to post office. Post office sell lottery ticket? Anyways, yeah. Suppose a person wants he's greedy to get a £1 million lottery ticket, okay, and he goes to a shop, and the shop is about to close 2 seconds, and the shopkeeper insults him. Will he mind that insult, or will he digest that insult? Will he take in that insult? A greedy person, to fulfill his greed, he will take insult. Suppose someone wants to come to the UK, na, many people come to the UK illegally through some channels and whatnot. Na. Immigration people, again, Karthik, I'm not seeing at you. Don't. So, I know you have not come illegally. So, someone comes illegally to the UK. And immigration people, if they say chastise him and all, insult him, but he's so greedy, he wants to. Will he be upset with the immigration person? Whatever the immigration person tells him, will he fight back with him? Will he argue? He will, oh yes, agree, sorry. He will never try to build such a case that the immigration person becomes upset. Many times children, na, when they're greedy to play out and all, now mom is insult, yes, but all listening when they agree. So when we develop greed for Krishna, na, we can digest apman just like anything, insult. When we become greedy for Krishna, it is this to develop a greedy person. He can digest anything, na. One who is greedy, he doesn't. He can he can give up sleeping. A greedy person, you tell him that, look, now it is a bit of a shame, and okay, I won't use that example. I will try to use maybe a greedy person. You tell him there's this business deal happening, the contractor is there, but you have to see him 6 a.m. because he has a train to catch then. And this person, he struggles to wake up early. He cannot wake up before 9. But to fulfill his greed, he will be waking up before 6 and he will go and see that person to get his greed. Are Baba, to fulfill, I tell you, the distance between Glasgow and London is about 500 kilometers, 400, say 400 kilometers. It could be more. Now, if someone is really greedy to get a business deal or to get the favor of a girl, and the girl says, there's this parcel, I want you to take this to London by foot. Once you do this, then we have a deal. Now, to fulfill his greed, this boy, he may not know the directions, but he will walk happily, thinking, what? Once I get this done, and society may say, na, oh, she's taking undue advantage of you. She's just playing with you and all. Oh, no, not playing. Once I get this done, even if playing, you don't know the merit of it. Na? So this is how we can learn to take insult, if we can learn to take setbacks, offenses in life. Huh? That no one is playing with me, no one is offending me. And once if I can just keep myself composed, then the merit. Mahaprabhu, my staying quiet will make Mahaprabhu smile so much. And this is a direct opportunity Mahaprabhu is giving me. My not angering, showing angry. Pepe, yes, saying something.
Like it might be that on an exterior level we're able to tolerate and outwardly we're not saying anything, but internally it can be very difficult to capture that mood.
But isn't still externally better? Something is better than nothing, na? So at least we must give ourselves that much of credit. That I'm a conditioned soul. I realize that is knowledge. Externally, I blasted, but after 5 minutes. That much credit we must give. I could have blasted within 5 seconds, but I blasted after 5 minutes. Wow. So one day I can blast after 10 minutes, and a day will come when I won't blast at all. Na? A day will come when I be naturally tolerant. Shishikorantai Mayapur Shashi
Shashi
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
So anything which builds our faith in proper Krishna consciousness, builds good faith, we should adopt it. So that which frees us from any negative motivation, any negative uh, psychology mindset which we are giving. See now, we live in what? We live in this realm, it goes extreme, of seeking attention and what again? Feeling pity for ourselves. Seeking attention, feeling guilty for ourselves. Wanting to create an impression and again feeling low of ourselves, unworthy. Wanting to become better and then feeling unworthy, no good. All such things. And neither of this is good. Seeking attention, wanting to create impression, thinking that I am any better, and this pity, this self-obsessions, all this no good in advancing in Krishna consciousness. The only thing is required is charana smaranam premna. Tav deva sudurlabham. Yatha katanchid nrihare mama bhuyad aharnisham. The only thing is required is somehow or other, if we can constantly, continuously, day in, day out, meditate on the lotus feet of the divine couple. Meditate on the glories of loving devotional service. Meditate on devotee association. Meditate on someone coming in my life and helping me, inspiring me advance in Krishna consciousness. So much things to really cherish, glorify, and feel blessed about. Huh? Would it please Krishna if we kind of in our prayers, if we don't submit, oh wow, Krishna, so kind of you, and I'm feeling so blessed. Yeah. We should never walk into a temple room with a sulky face, low, hung down, morose, sad face. We should never do kirtan as if sulky, low, morose, hung down. No. We might be going through some troubles in our life because of our poor consciousness, because of our lack of faith, huh? Because of all of that. But we shouldn't be doing kirtan or sounding low, dull, morose, and all. And it may be a struggle. It will be a struggle to pull ourselves back. But the key is the association. Association is the key. And this association has to be protected. Uh, Association also has to go zoom in. We have to be careful in taking association and in not taking association. We have to be very careful who we associate with, who we not associate with. And furthermore, so insult, everyone experiences insult, na? Who not? Who doesn't as such? But when we have this vision, this purpose of practicing Krishna consciousness, why do I practice Krishna consciousness? That goal has to be fixed, that vision has to be fixed. A greedy person, he has a vision, he has a goal. Nothing can kind of insult that greedy person. You tell, there are many beggars in India, say, and outside of India as well. Slightly different way of working, but still more or less still the same. Na? So a beggar, greedy person, does he ever feel offended? No. You tell him 10 things, no, doesn't feel offended. Huh? Okay, inside he might be feeling offended, outside not showing up and all. But point being, a greedy person would never feel insulted, offended, or like that. So actually, when we advance in Krishna consciousness, we'll realize life is not at all unfair. Life is completely fair. Krishna is more than fair. Krishna is more than lenient. Only I am unfair. Huh? It is just a vision of my unfairness which I am carrying. I don't understand my identity. Huh? My roop, my swaroop, this swaroop jagriti, this transcendental awakening hasn't come about. This is why all of this. Many times we say to young boys and girls, oh, why are you fighting over this? Give it up. It's small thing. Who quarrels for this? Huh? And we are what? We are adult children. We are grown-up children. Just children fight for what? Some toys or Barbie dolls. And we fight for what? A piece of land, car, name, fame, all of such things. Are we any less than children? No, no. So we should also not hung up, not. We are very precious. We are very rare. We are very valuable. We can never stuck with matter. So we understand our identity, and we cannot give our heart and soul to anyone, only to Krishna, to Krishna's devotees. And this is something pure, asexual altogether, without any tinge of this self-obsession. No. Something on those lines. So this human form of life is to become elevate in our desire. The only separation between us and Krishna is desire. We are not strong in our desire. Such an irony. Now we practice Krishna consciousness and I am firm in my desire that I do not desire Krishna. At least if we realize this much, this is knowledge. That I am firm in my desire that I do not desire Krishna. And the day I desire Krishna, then where is the gap? There is no gap. Why wouldn't Krishna desire us? He's desiring us way more than what we desire. And when I desire only Krishna, only and only Krishna, then there is no force, then there is no insult, no gap, no force in this world. Only time is a separation, and even then we'll miss out that time. And the joy of struggle in Krishna consciousness. The joy of waking up early, the joy of attending Mangal Aarti and all. The joy of going over the scheduled time. What a joy. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your kind participation and encouragement and listening. Pray for your ever blessings. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Hari Bol. His Grace Ashish Prabhu ki. Jai.